discussion will start.
So, good afternoon all. My name is Syed and I'm part of my BA, the second year. As part of our module, we are doing this group project on carpooling in university, our university here in Bengaluru campus. So, our mentor is Dr. H.S. Srivatsa. He's on leave today. So, this focus group discussion is just to understand the perception or attitude, or if you're actually doing carpooling right now, or you're doing ride sharing right now, what are the factors that are making it successful? And so it's all about that. I'll have a few set of questions for you guys. So my role will be very minimal. It's all about you guys who have to discuss amongst yourselves, and we'll just make a note of it, and we are recording it for the purpose of documentation that we have done this actually. Okay, so I'd like to know the names of people participating. Your name, sir? Your name, sir? Yes. Your name, sir? Your name, ma'am?
YATEEN.
Alright. So our first question for the discussion is: Bangalore is one of the loveliest cities in India. What is your take on it, sir? Starting with you.
So of course it's true, but because of this traffic congestion day to day, it's because of various vehicles which are coming up, it's becoming more polluted. Slowly it's becoming, earlier it was a lovely city. I'm staying here from almost 13-14 years. So slowly it is getting polluted and very congested.
Sorry to stop here. So we have another faculty member. Your name, sir?
My name is Imran.
So you've already started the discussion. So this is as a part of our group project. I guess I already spoke to you that this is part of our group project. We are doing a project on carpooling in the university. So for that purpose, we are trying to understand the attitude, perception of faculties about carpooling. So this is a focus group discussion. You guys have to discuss amongst yourselves. I have set of questions for you. So that's about it. And so the first question that we asked was: Bangalore is one of the loveliest cities. Anyone can start off the conversation. We don't have any defined role like from right side or left side. So anyone can give their input. We'll just make a note of it. That will be helpful for our study. So anyone can start.
Can you repeat the question?
Bangalore is one of the loveliest cities in India. What is your take on it?
It is the loveliest city.
And it is a safe city.
But I think this being the reason people are more getting invited into this city, which is crossing the limits of the capacity of the city.
You can continue. I'll keep making notes, so it shouldn't bother you. You can keep talking. We'll just make note of whatever is important.
Job center.
Weather conditions.
Job center weather conditions.
We call it as a ATM policy.
Yeah, lots of corporate.
People don't get impacted because of various calamities.
That is the safest place we have to.
Because negative this also. It's a lovely city.
Yeah.
Why? Earlier, 10 years back was good. If you see from this microcircle to say Halamka, it was a beautiful road. Now all trees are big cut and it looked like this roads like a desert.
What
Negative
was
also.
it was a business hub.
Yes.
Now it has become IT hub.
Yep, and again, a lot of pollution, congested roads, heavy traffic.
Concrete jam.
Yes. Even electronic city was planned like that. So now if you see that, no trees, just removed.
I think even after so much of development has taken place, people are having some amount of positive psychology when you talk about traffic, and compared to the other major cities what we are having. So then I shouldn't name them actually, but compared to other cities, somewhat it is much better. The psychology of human in the traffic is much more pleasant when compared to
this Pune and this one is better.
I don't want to name the
Even
city.
That's what I meant to say. I don't want to name any of the cities.
Because the Pune, they have seen people, and even we have seen it, they don't follow traffic rules and it will be there.
Yeah.
When it comes to earlier, Bangalore was a good place, but
Yeah.
now due to various reasons,
Yes.
it is getting polluted, so no proper roads are not there. Even if you say land or the airport, this one, now it's not properly planned and this. Whatever they want, they are constructing, and even roads are not proper. There is a thing. If the roads are not proper, moving of vehicles will not be free. So everywhere there will be.
That's because when they diagnosed those portion also, they didn't anticipate or expected this much growth of traffic or population.
Almost in Bangalore now, almost 52 lakh vehicles are there. Just if you take
Yeah, in
52
a
lakh
day,
vehicles.
almost 1,500 to 700 vehicles get registered.
Yes.
Yes.
If you see the population is 1.3 crore, vehicles itself is 52 lakh.
One more positive I can add it is, we follow the traffic rules compared to others.
People are patient, and that's how that makes lovely in terms of comparing with other cities in terms of
Human
comfort.
Human tendency is up to 120 seconds you can tolerate the signal.
Yeah. People
But
are tolerant.
Yeah, many of the signals
They are
are
patient.
below 120
Below
seconds.
120.
Not all. You know, the one point which you made is correct, that the city withstand a capacity of population is that much, but beyond that,
That's true.
it's not possible.
Any place for that matter, they have a capacity, it's limited to a certain capacity. Moving to our next question. Commuting to Pina campus is not a tough task. What is your take on this? It's a tough task.
It depends on from where you
From
are.
where you are traveling. That is also
It depends on from where you are traveling, and it also depends on how many alternative routes you are aware of.
How many service roads you
Because
have?
if I am new to the place, obviously I'll be picking up only the
Only one
main
route.
route, which will be obviously congested almost throughout the day. And I
Coming
feel
from Hebbal, maybe it will take 1.5 hours. Just coming through Ramaiah to reach
Now
this
that
place.
flyover is going to
It
be
will actually have
inaugurated.
a month.
Fortunately, it has got around 3 months. Maybe March by March.
And even the time of the day also matters. So which part of the day you are selecting to come here? Because it's an industrial area where usually most of the people or the working class people
After
will
5:30
be
it will be right.
Yeah.
After 5:30. In the morning, 8:30 till 10 o'clock will be
Yeah,
right.
till 10 o'clock it will be.
Before 8:30 is fine.
Yeah.
There are like class or this one is fine.
Commute during the peak hours is slightly difficult, but remaining time I think it is much easy.
What is your opinion on this, sir? Sanjay sir? Commuting to Pina is not a tough task.
It is a tough.
It is a tough task.
Place mode of travel also important.
Roads are so narrow.
Yeah,
Couple of cars can jam traffic.
It is now this
Now it is okay.
comes back to the different case. So to reach the Jalali class itself, it takes 25 minutes because roads were not proper. Now they have put
From Ayappa temple to Jaladika's it was.
these roads itself. This Pina
Yeah, these Pina also.
reach from this to TS class and from there to Jalali. Roads were not at all good.
Compared to last 2 years.
2 months back. After 2 months, like they have put proper roads. No? Now it's okay.
Yeah, now it's okay. Compared.
And one more SRS stop.
Yeah.
From here to
Yeah,
they construct that.
That
So
is a very
smooth traffic will be there.
So your opinion.
And he comes from Vijayanagar, no? So he may not face a lot of problems.
Moving on to our next question. Do you think carpool would work for you personally?
Depends on the people who they are taking the
What are the factors that would,
because so some staff people will be having classes at 8:30. Some people will be having at 1:30. That also matters.
what else? Time constraint classes. I feel here there are more constraints in carpooling. Because it's in a work environment. So, because from so many FGDs we've done 2 already. We found that there are more time constraints from person to person.
There might be delays also. You might have to wait in front of your colleagues also.
Punctuality.
Yeah, punctuality that also. And sharing of the expenses also. You should have like-minded people in the
And
group.
where they stay.
Yeah.
So you mean to say carpool would only work for like-minded people?
Yeah, like-minded people.
They should mainly in this they should adjust because sometimes they need to wait for 5 minutes and sometimes when they are leaving they need to wait for another 10 minutes.
Sometimes some people take it as a take it for granted, or they come into this just because they are having some financial constraint, though they are not willing to do it. Suppose I might be having less funds with me for this month, so even though I don't like to get into the carpooling system, I might have to go into it, and I might not be continuing with the same next month. So you should have like-minded people coming along with you.
What about the driving? Same person going to drive all the time or?
So we are that will be asked
later.
later.
Some people doesn't want to share the driving.
That's right.
Their own car.
Okay, let me ask that question ourselves. Would you like to drive? Would you like to drive or driven? How is it like? Your personal opinion.
Drive. If it is one car, drive.
I don't want to touch anybody.
So I feel the same thing. One car, I should drive.
So everyone agrees that if it is your own vehicle, you would like to drive, or else you would like to drive.
Risk is
Now, even if some other person is also driving, you will have to see whether he is driving properly.
You have to trust the driver.
Yeah, trusting the driver also matters.
But own car, you can trust.
But you will take risk also, no? It is traffic.
Okay, moving on to our next question. What, according to you, are the inhibitors of ride sharing? We already discussed it, but few more. Like, what are the disadvantages which might, act as a factor which wouldn't work for carpooling? What are the factors which wouldn't be a barrier for carpooling as such? We had time constraint, classes, punctuality, like-minded people, sharing expenses, few more.
Handling the vehicle also. because
Vehicle maintenance.
a person might be very, very possessive about his vehicle, and the third person coming into the vehicle might be careless. He might handle the vehicle.
Not from the driving point of
Driving
view.
point of view.
The person sitting as a.
Even the route not very clear in the society. Because if you are actually passing into some zone,
I'm touching the
you can get
That is there. I think they
You are majority
handling the doors.
one person actually have to do this. It's also the biggest sanction. I can actually take, obviously we have spoken about timing testing. If I come from Hamburg, and I should actually take the shortest possible because already timing testing. Major because that
carpooling, say for example from Vijayanapura to T9 campus we are reaching, a person who can board from Vijayanapura bus stop is fine, but a person who is staying nearby the jellyfish stop, he has to come there, no?
That is what is the problem.
That is all.
That is
Okay, let me ask this question. Are you willing to walk to a distance like 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer to get picked, like from your lane to the main road? Are you willing to walk?
If you are sharing, no. If you are sharing expenses, no.
Yes, often yes to do.
But what if you are not sharing expenses? No, it's just like casual thing.
The cab driver. Who doesn't?
That's okay.
That to some extent.
If the route is like 1 kilometer, car say after certain main roads, within his limit on if they can walk, definitely they will try. But if it is somewhere from there to that,
Depends on
Yeah, that's what. Because in Bangalore, you have to take a U-turn, or it is a little hectic here because of the traffic.
You cannot
So,
take the reverse, you cannot take the
yeah. That's what we are trying to understand. If you are willing to go to the main road or take an extra drive so that go back and pick someone up.
Yeah, that understanding should be there.
Yeah,
Is it?
Even
Every
if
member
understanding,
should have
maybe
that.
for 15 days it will be fine. After that, if maybe if it's raining or some traffic jam,
Yeah.
the 1 kilometer which he is traveling, he may stuck up in a traffic. By the time he reaches other extra 5 minutes, say if he says at 9 o'clock, he may come at 9:55. So again, maybe 15 days he can manage. After that, he'll have
my scolding is why I should fix it.
Otherwise, no, even if you have to take some public transport, if you want to walk that 1 kilometer, they're doing it regularly, then they may not have a problem.
They can take a public transport to that place.
And sometimes what happens is all the roads that we have selected of moving along might be good. One person's house is at a very critical place, which is very, very tedious to move in. Your own vehicle might get spoiled during that process. So who will take those expenses or risks? So that also might be a constraint.
Okay. What are your traveling expenses personally, starting from you? What is your traveling expense per month?
2 wheelers to 2,000.
So you come by two-wheeler?
Sometimes 4 wheeler also.
Sometimes. 2,000 per month, yes sir? Okay, you travel from 2,000. Yes sir?
Only 3.
Okay.
1,500.
Less than 500, I drive by DMTZ.
But it will be costly. Pass you take, no?
No, I don't need a pass. I stay near Galilee Cross.
Okay.
So if I take a pass, it's a waste for me.
It is 3,000. Come by two-wheeler. I don't prefer four-wheeler in this traffic.
Only the 2 wheelers.
You said 3,000, right?
3,000.
Yes, 3,000 is better for this.
Many of them already doing it.
Okay, are you guys carpooling right now or sharing your rides right now amongst any of the faculties in the university?
I do carpooling, but I don't share the expenses.
Okay.
Just simply
Okay,
should I
casual.
come, I'll pick all.
Okay.
It's quite near.
Yes, sir.
I used to come with my colleague from past 1 week because I wasn't in the stage of riding a bike. So because of my arm injury. So for a week I was dependent on my crutch.
Okay, but now
Only
you
during such situations,
you can't.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think carpooling is more preferred when there is long distance travel and during rainy seasons. People usually prefer carrying two-wheelers because it is much easier to commute in the traffic rather than coming in the four-wheeler. Had it been a place like Tumkur and Bangalore travel, then carpooling would have some meaning because traveling in a two-wheeler is much cheaper.
Because of that only Baba had distance.
Yeah, distance.
Yes, this one is carpooling is working in 19 is better.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have made compulsory at least once in a year, twice in a week. They are supposed to come. So they have made it compulsory.
Okay. So what are the success factors according to you that would make carpool work? One we have already heard of like-minded people. Anything else apart from that? Can it be on a regular basis? Can it be with an opposite gender? Is it possible for you to? Because let's say there is a lady who is going to get engaged or going to get married, and she's sharing her vehicle with the opposite gender, and she might have some societal issues. So what is your take on such cases? Like, would it work that way?
That should not
be a problem.
Even should not get any trust on.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Even the lady also single doesn't matter. It depends
I
on
think
her, how she thinks.
yeah, that's it. I think you can read about Ola share. What it is.
Another question. Any other question from you?
Will it work on the university base or a faculty base?
What?
This
Okay,
carpooling.
so this carpooling, what his question is, would you like to carpool amongst your own faculty people, or would you like to carpool amongst the whole university, like across the faculties?
Other departments, like
Yes.
sharing the other
Across the
How we are involved in that
Which area they are located mainly?
Let's say there are few people who are in your area, in your faculty as well, and in the other faculties as well. I mean the other departments.
That would be a constraint.
That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, another question. Would you like to travel with your staff? I mean, staff people like your secretary or someone below your designation? That
it is not
That would be a
You should not ask such questions.
no, it's actually no. It is not to hurt any or arise
I
any.
think,
Yeah.
basically, when you do a survey also, you should not.
No, there are few things that few people might not willing to. So this is a place where we can get answers to such questions. And then surveys, everyone might say no. So here, if someone has something to say about it, they can bring it on. That's the only intention. We don't want to. We know already that most of them are okay to do it, but we have designed it.
Then it's okay.
It depends on the person, how he treats his.
Ego shouldn't be a
No.
factor. The person who is willing to do so should not be egoistic.
Any other questions from you guys?
So how many people do you want to take in a single car?
So this is just a study, sir. We are trying to see if it is feasible. We are trying to see what is the attitude of people, whether they are willing to do carpooling or not. So our study is only limited to that part.
Have you taken the feedback of the people who are living in carpooling?
So that's what we will be doing. This is the first step. Second step is our we'll be rolling out questionnaire. Yeah, we'll be rolling out questionnaire. So whatever things we have missed here, we will try to cover it in questionnaire. So we'll roll it out to everyone in the university. So by that way, we would get some.
Even they may also come up with some
Yeah.
issues that
Those who are doing already carpooling
Yeah.
will be able to give you much more inputs.
Yeah, we had few people who were doing carpooling in a few of the other FTDs we did. So unfortunately, in this group there are no.
you should not bring the same group. You identify some 3-4 groups who are doing the carpooling. You pick one person from each group and then just survey. You discuss with them. In the same group,
Same
if you
group,
ask,
they will say.
nobody will express
Yeah.
their views. Just
Correct.
in 5 groups, you pick one person and then discuss.
The next day itself that carpooling will stop.
No, it's actually a,
Same group.
no, it's actually a valuable feedback. We'll try to do that as well. So that's all. It brings to the end of this FGD. Thanks a lot, guys. So we are as a vote of thanks, we are sponsoring tea here in the canteen. If you'd like to join us, you can come along with us for a tea. Thanks a lot, guys.